Good morning. It's Barbara and Pearl and the cicadas, but Pearl is a little bit on the alert, so we may have a barky dog on our hands here. We shall see. It's kind of lovely out here. It's a little muggy. It's going to be a little hot today, but all in all, a pretty nice day. I do like a sunny day. It does help my mood. So all is well here. I've been having trouble falling asleep, but I've been sleeping okay, so it's kind of middle ground-ish. And things are kind of quiet. We had a few family things going on earlier in late last week, early in the weekend. But things are calm now, and everything is fine, and everyone is fine, so that's good. I will be Skyping with Dennis, and I both will be Skyping with our Florida gang. Isabel turns 8 tomorrow. I'm so excited. 8 years. That went so fast. I decided to learn how to knit 3 days before I found out that Allison was pregnant. So I'm knitting 8.5 years, even though I've kind of lost my enthusiasm a little bit, which, I don't know, seems like there's hardly anything worse than a knitting podcaster who has lost her knitting mojo, which is why I'm not podcasting. Juanita just asked me how my art went. Can I adjust the volume? I don't think the volume has anything to. Is that better? Maybe I just have to talk louder. I don't know. Juanita asked about my art last night. I didn't art last night, and I did not do any face. I didn't do anything except I knitted. So there you go. But I do intend to. I don't know why I have these sort of mental, barriers that, just like, if I just start, then I'm okay. But I don't, makes it harder to start. I'm not sure what it is. But I was knitting yesterday. I got the final lace panel of Christie's shawl done. And today I would really love to be able to finish the mesh panel and block the shawl, because the mesh panel is the last part. So I need to take a look at the different sections of the shawl and figure out what a good size for the mesh is and how it will look. And I'd like to do that today and block the shawl, because when Christy comes, then we're going to I'll put in the fringe, depending on how long she wants the fringe. So if the shawl is all blocked, then she'll have a good idea of how big it's going to be on her, and where she would want the fringe to fall. So that's my goal. Might not make it. I am going to we're Skyping with Isabel tonight, because we will be I will be out to dinner with my dad tomorrow night for his birthday. He turns 90. Oh, so that means I gotta order the cake. I probably should have done that before, right? I gotta order the cake. I'll order it from the Wegmans in State College and pick it up before I go see them. So that's the plan. Well, but I'll do that this morning. Give them plenty of notice. I was thinking about that, and I guess I'm a terrible daughter. I have no idea what my father's favorite kind of cake is. Why wouldn't I know that? I have no memory of any of his cakes. So I'm getting him a yellow cake with icing. Leave it at that. Yeah, we love Wegmans cakes too. So that'll work out very well. And I'm going to try to remember to bring like a cooler so that I can put the cake in the cooler in the car so that they don't know I have the cake when I take them to the restaurant. So we're going to a nice restaurant, and both my brothers will be there. I think only one sister-in-law and one niece. But it should be nice. And that will be good. 90 years old. You know, and it's funny because I'm just thinking of my parents as old because Garland was so old. I probably have told you this before. Because Garland was so old, and my father was so much younger than Garland. I mean, my father is 15 years younger than Garland was, because Garland would have been 104 in June. And my dad's 90 in August. So, 14 years. My math, you know, what can I say? Anyway, so in my mind, Garland was old, and Aura and my parents were not so old. Well, it turns out they are old. They're old. And it's a good thing they're in their personal care home and not trying to manage on their own. And so 90, yeah. 90. Here's to 90 and 8. Because Isabel was born on my dad's 82nd birthday. Anyway, so the birthday people tomorrow, and then talk to Isabel tonight and everybody. Sing her happy birthday. Sing her the zoo version of the song, because everybody needs a zoo version. And knit. That's my plans today. And make crackers. I made the cracker dough yesterday, and so I will roll out the crackers and make the crackers today. My flowers that I'm drying from the bush in the front, whose name escapes me occasionally. Big bushy ones, you know. I hate that. Oh, I'm live. Maybe somebody will tell me what kind of flower I'm talking about. Anyway, they are drying very nicely in the water. It is so strange. So they're soon going to be dry, even though I have water in there. You know, most flowers wilt and rot, even when they have water. But these, I can't believe I can't think of the name of those flowers. It's a big bush. The flowers are like big blue snowballs. You know what I mean. Anyway, it'll come to me. And I can't even put it under here like I'm editing, because I'm not editing this. This is why I don't go live. This is why, you know, because then I can think about it for a while, can look it up, and I can cut out me hemming and hawing. But whatever. Anyway, they're drying, and they're looking good. So that's good. What other news? I think that's about it. Oh, I wanted to, and this is way late, I wanted to thank you for your advice on how to find the comments when I go to watch live. Turns out the problem is that I'm always looking for the comments before they show up. I mean, sometimes they don't show up till the next day for me to watch the live comments when I watch the video. I mean, and the only time I watch the video is sort of right after it goes up, so that I can listen to it and make sure that it sounds okay, and you know, and the live chat's never there for that for me. So, but thank you, I appreciate it. I found it, and I should just wait a day and just go back and see what people say, because sometimes I miss it. Although I did clean my glasses today, so I wouldn't. All right, I can't think of the name of that flower. Man. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. I'm getting very concerned about the Florida people because COVID's going crazy in Florida. Schools are closing right and left. I haven't heard about Isabel's school. Sheriff's departments are, sheriff's deputies or, I just saw a thing, Sarasota, which is where my friend Linda lives, 29 deputies from the county sheriff's office have COVID. Anyway, and schools are closing and whatever. So I will be very interested to hear what how it's going where Jason and Allison are. Luckily, Allison works at the sheriff's department of her county, but it's not her county that's been in the news. And Tampa had a bad outbreak in the schools, but my girls aren't in the Tampa schools, so I don't know. The thing is that Allison and Jason both work, so even if they aren't in school, they're going to be in a care situation with other kids. So they might as well be in school, I guess. I don't know. But it's worrying. It's worrying. That's for sure. So we're not worried about the wedding because it's an outdoor wedding. And it's not a ton of people, and we will, be careful. And if we're going to be hugging people and stuff like that, I'll put a mask on. Christy's going to have masks there for people. I'll bring my own mask. Ooh, maybe I'll make myself a mask that goes well with my dress. I hadn't thought about that. And, we're starting to talk about how we're going to manage in North Carolina. We go to the Outer Banks of North Carolina every fall, except last fall because of COVID. And while everyone in the house is going to be vaccinated, we're hearing stories about, 14 friends got together, all vaccinated, 11 of them got COVID, things like that. So this is a house full of 20 people, all of whom will be vaccinated, but apparently Delta doesn't care that much. Not nearly as much as we would like, shall we say. So we're trying to think of some things we can do that will make us feel more comfortable about going, because it would be a shame to miss it. I think this is probably our last year. And we're just not sure if we're going to be able to go to Florida for Thanksgiving like we were hoping to. We've gone to Florida for Thanksgiving. Well, ever since the kids moved to Florida, and except for last year. So we're trying to think ahead and make some plans and figure out how to move around in this new COVID environment. But seems like you and I are going to have coffee together for quite a while. So I'm glad to have you. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Because I need you. I need you. Hydrangeas. I knew I'd think of it. The hydrangeas. I am drying hydrangeas, and they are drying really well. They're feeling really crispy. And it's interesting that you dry them in water, just like you make a bouquet, you put them in water, and then you just leave them there, and they dry in the water. Okay, hydrangeas. Thank you, Kathy. Oh, anyway, so I'm not feeling too cheerful about the corona situation, unfortunately. But I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. A sunny morning helps. I will work on my daughter's shawl. That will help. And maybe I will paint some. And maybe I will. I'm not making any promises, Juanita, but who knows? Because I am interested in trying to draw people's faces. I need to find a good picture that I can just try to draw from and see how I do. I mean, that's definitely something, practice, practice, practice. I wonder if I should just start a new sketchbook for, a new sketchbook just for faces. Back to COVID, Kathy says that she's looking at lockdowns. Where do you live, Kathy? I know New Zealand, I've been talking to Megan, New Zealand is in lockdown. They had one case of COVID, and they are being extremely proactive, and they went back, you know, and went back to their bubbles and, you know, trying to get things under control. Apparently, oh, Kathy's in Illinois. Okay, lockdown again in Illinois. I have no idea what the officials of Pennsylvania are saying about COVID, because I'm just, I'm locking myself down. You know, I mean, we go to the grocery store and Aura's in our bubble and we do with Aura. Yeah, listen to me. I'm going to a restaurant tomorrow night for my dad's 90th birthday. Who am I kidding? Oh yeah, I'm locking down. Yeah, except I'm going to a restaurant tomorrow night. Maybe we can eat outside. I'll have to see if we can eat outside. That would be nice. That would be nice. I'm so full of it. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to know how to live in the world, you know. Dennis is in lockdown. But he and I sat here and had a conversation about what happens if one of us gets COVID. If one of us gets COVID, you're going to, you know, I'm like, yeah, I know. We both know who's going to get COVID if anybody does. It's going to be me, because I'm the one who's visiting friends and going to a restaurant. So I do recognize how I'm not walking the walk, walking the talk. Anyway, but I will be seeing my dad for his 90th birthday, and we're going out to a restaurant. And I'll just wear my mask as much as I can. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I did, do I keep freezing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually just thinking, just stopping and thinking. I sometimes cut those parts out if I'm not live. But anyway, so Dennis and I were sitting here trying to figure out, you know, if one of us gets COVID, how do we handle that? So we've been, you know, so the situation has got us really thinking and planning and trying to plan ahead. Once the wedding is over, I'm not sure what we're going to do, you know, if we're going to be able to feel comfortable in North Carolina. So anyway, well, that's depressing. Well, the news is not making me happy. I realize that. Oh, and the other thing not making me happy is I've been playing some poker and I wasn't winning. And I realized that didn't make me happy. And that's one of the things about gambling. Well, not just gambling, but the rush that you get for winning is not as high as the kind of down you get from losing. And it's not just playing poker or gambling, because I remember Dick Vermeil, who was the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles for a long time. I'm not a sports person, but I knew who he was. I don't know who the coach of the Eagles is now, but Dick Vermeil was famous enough for me to know who he was. And he once said that one of the reasons he stopped coaching was the losses hurt so much more than the wins felt good, and it started to be, you know, I mean, and that's not good. That's not good. But they've done studies about that. And so anyway, so I was winning a few days ago, and it was great, and I was having fun, but I haven't been winning since then, and I think I won't play any poker today. I mean, we're not talking about a lot of money. It's not the money. So my plan today is to knit the mesh, make the crackers, don't play poker, and maybe do some sketching. And maybe make up the bedrooms for Christy and Rich. They're not coming until Sunday, but I washed the sheets yesterday and hung them on the line, and they smell so yummy. So that's fun. Oh, and I did laundry yesterday. Not just the sheets, but I also did my clothes. So that's good. So anyway, ramble. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for saying hi. I appreciate it. I do so much appreciate having you guys in my life. I cannot tell you. And I will wish you a good Wednesday. And you can picture me tonight singing the zoo version of Happy Birthday to my granddaughter, who turns 8 tomorrow. And tomorrow I will be in a restaurant with my mask on, celebrating my father's 90th birthday. So I will bid you farewell. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourselves. Be careful. Stay safe and stay sane.